What's going on, folks? This is Art. I'm coming at you with a review. Now, I know this came out, I think last week, and I'm just now getting around to doing the review. So, I'm just going to give my thoughts on Tekken Bloodlines that came on Netflix, and seen all the episodes, and just want to give you my complete thoughts about it. Now, I will give a disclaimer. I don't know too much about Tekken. I really wasn't too much big of a Tekken aficionado. Basically, I played Tekken 1, I played Tekken 3, 4, and I played Tag and 7. So, just get those out because, some people are just huge, gigantic Tekken fans because Tekken does have an actual interesting story for a fighting game series. So, I don't know too much about it, but I'm just going off from the story from someone fresh out, just to give a heads up. So, with that out the way, let's go ahead and get on with the review. Alright, so, let's start off with the presentation. Presentation is using 3D models for the characters. I think there's a little bit of 2D in there, but not a lot. I think most of the models that we've seen are 3D cell shading, and they actually look pretty good. It has its own little aesthetic, kind of making it look like the game a little bit. But overall, I think it looks pretty good. I think it works for the cartoon, or the anime, or whatever you want, or the 3D, or whatever you want to call it. The cell shading looks very, very nice. Almost reminiscent to some Arc System Works game. I think their shading on the models look very good. Now, I kind of understand that the stories are just a tad bit different on this compared to the games. So, if you're looking for a one-to-one comparison to the games, it's not going to happen. Which I kind of knew that was going on. So, it is what it is for you aficionados out there. Now, this is the story. Which the first episode was actually pretty good setup. Ogre coming in, doing his thing in the first episode. So that first episode actually did set up these next 5 episodes very, very well. As far as the pacing is concerned, I didn't think the pacing was too fast. I think it paced itself out very, very well. So I think it did a very good job there. They did incorporate a lot of the video game moves. I have to give them credit for that. They did do the moves. Like, I had one of my friends that's on my Facebook was telling me how he was like looking at the moves and trying to figure out like what combinations he was doing on the controller to do that move, because he's a huge Tekken fan, more so than I am. So he thoroughly enjoyed it. He loved it. There were some inconsistencies that he said he had in it, but like I said, I mean, it's not a one-to-one ratio, but they stay pretty close to the lore for what he said. So I'm just going off of what he said and what I played about it, and me understanding it for the little bit that I do know about the story. What I will say is that I think the only thing that maybe it felt rushed, but it really wasn't, in my personal opinion, is like, I want to see more fights. I mean, this is a fighting game anime, so I want to see more fights. And you do see some fights, and some of them are actually pretty good. But I wanted to see more of the characters. I want to see the guy that I play, Fang Wei. I mean, I wanted to see him in that, because they did show him, but he lost. Even though he did lost, and Fang is actually kicking people's butts in the tournament right now. I want to see him, and that's another thing about this. You probably will not see some of your favorite characters. Now, you do get to see Paul fight. You do get to see King fight. Jen, of course. Nina, you get to see fight. There are some people that are missing. You don't really get to see Anna in this. You don't get to see a lot of people in this. It's the main core characters that you will know. And so, with that to say, there is a little lacking on that end, which is probably one of the gripes I have with this anime. But as far as that's concerned, it is because of what it is and how these 6 episodes played out. I guess it was okay, but it was kind of a letdown. Hopefully, in the future, if this does get picked up for season 2, we'll be able to see more of it. Heihachi is as nasty as ever in this. I think they played Heihachi very, very well. Very devious, ready to get the job done. They're trying to capture Ogre in this anime. I'm trying to say this without spoiling a lot, but then again, I'm just like, why not spoil? Heihachi was trying to get Ogre because Ogre kills Jin's mother. Well, technically that's not actually correct. Ogre was getting ready to kill Jin's mother, and Jin's mother put them in the position to where some gas cans or propane tanks are going to be exploded. So she dies within the fight within Ogre. Jin goes to find Heihachi as his grandfather, so that way he can train him to fight Ogre. So with that, Jin's going on getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and he's unlearning the foundation of what his mother taught him, her style of martial arts, and so of the Kazuya, because Heihachi wants to teach him the Mishima style, and that is reminiscent of Tekken 4, because you remember Tekken 4, Jin unlearned the Mishima style by training in traditional karate. And that's when you saw Jin's style change, because from 3 to 4 it was a different Jin. Because Kazuya came back. What we have now is that we have the tournament now laid out, so that way it can attract Ogre. Now, of course, you get to see all your fights. You get to see Paul. It's been known that Kazuya was almost defeated by Paul, but because of the bloodline that the Kazuya had, it's what put him over Paul. It made him have super strength, the Devil G, and so he's the character needs to watch out for in this tournament. Now, you have King in this anime, who's actually super strong. I think he's one of the strongest people in the tournament. He easily took out Paul in this anime. Now, it was a pretty good fight. Paul put up a good fight, I'm not gonna lie. But King defeated Paul. And so now Jin and King have to fight. Jin realizes that King is not the original King. Him and Heihachi realized that because Heihachi told him. And they later learned that this King is actually, as we all know, is the protege of the original King, and he's trying to help out an orphanage. So Jin eventually defeats King. Pretty good fight, very strong fight, and he ends up giving the money away to King. So now it's Heihachi's mad because of the fact that Ogre hasn't came yet. So now he has to take on Jin. Jin and Heihachi. Jin and Heihachi. Damn, I gotta have a brain fart right now. Jin and Heihachi have a epic fight. That fight brings out the Ogre. Because Heihachi is defeated, Jin is unlocking his power, and so Ogre now wants to fight. Jin defeats Ogre, and then Ogre turns into his monstrous form. Jin defeats Ogre, but then he turns into Devil Jin. Now that he's turned into Devil Jin, he flies away. Now I know I'm really trying to condense this because there's a lot more going on, but like I said, I'm just kind of speak through it and just give you the overall aspects of what the story is, and it lets me get to know that there might be a season 2 to this, or a part 2. I think Netflix themselves have been doing we released 6 episodes now, 6 episodes later type thing. I think they did the same thing with Masters of the Universe. And so I'm hoping that this actually does get a sequel. It was actually done pretty well. I really enjoyed it. I think it was actually very closely done with the Tekken committee. And so, like I said, this is one of the best video game translations that they've probably done with Netflix in a while. Because sometimes Netflix takes their stuff to the way, way, way far left. But it was an overall good story. I actually was intrigued and trying to watch it. Because it takes a lot to keep my attention, because my attention span is like everywhere. So if it's a show that can actually keep my attention, it's a very intriguing show. So, like I said, it's already been out for a week. If you haven't seen it yet, I implore you to see it. It's not going to take much time to watch it. It's only, like I said, it's only 6 episodes. And I will say that the last episode does wanting you to look for more. It really does. So it does a good job there. That's why I'm hoping that there's going to be a season 2 to this, where you call 6 episodes a season, but whatever. But there should be a season 2 to this. I'm hoping there is. And yeah, like I said, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was a very, very well done anime. But that is my short review, elongated review, very, very late review on Tekken Bloodlines that was on Netflix. If you guys wanted me to do more reviews, if you want me to do a review of some movies that maybe you guys have seen that I can get a hold of, let me know in the comment section. I'll do my best to probably do more in-depth reviews on those and probably take more notes on those, and then do my best to get some. But I think the next review I'm going to do is probably going to be Spriggan, because I know that's out now and I'm watching that at the moment, and I'm on episode 3 on that right now, so I might go ahead and do that one. But anyway, guys, like I said, as far as rating this, I give it a B. I think it's a very solid. It intrigues you. It does leave you wanting more. So I can't really give it like a B plus. That's just a solid B. It's a good story, something good, quick to look at, and then you're on your way. So you gotta take it for what it is, man. But for now, that is it. This is Art, and I will catch you guys later. Deuces.